Ever since the Wuthering Waves anniversary controversy started, I've been asking myself some questions. What does it mean to be a real fan? Where do we draw the line between good and bad criticism? People who were upset by the rewards and asked for better were labeled as beggars, ungrateful, Genshin fanboys that secretly are trying to sabotage Wuthering, fake fans. People who were happy with the rewards were labeled as fanboys, bootlickers, kudobots, dumb fanboys. Who is correct? Is anybody correct? Who decides what is good criticism? Is asking for more rewards ever warranted? Or should we always accept what games give us without a second thought? What does it mean to be a real fan? The truth is this: I don't know. Obviously, listen, I might be smart, but I'm not some all knowing, omniscient God. But what I do know is that I have my own thoughts and opinions, and I want to share them with you. Personally, I don't think a fan is someone that just mindlessly defends and accepts whatever a game does. I think a fan is someone who is willing to praise and criticize a game when they deem necessary. I don't think I'm alone in that. We can all agree that makes sense, right? For example, I really like Zenless Zone Zero. Shocking, I know. I often praise the game, but I have also criticized it in the past. I haven't really done that a lot recently because most of my old criticisms haven't really changed and I don't feel like repeating myself. Something recently that I don't like is the lack of content in the recently released version 1.7. 1.7 is very clearly a filler patch, very little content, and what content is there isn't super interesting. The Fall Guys event is returning, and while I do like the event, it's just a repeat mode, and the Flower event is boring as hell. I genuinely think that 1.7 is the worst version of Zenless so far. However, there are things I like about it. The story was great. I love the Hugo Nightmare sequence. The Vivian sequence at the end was amazing. The character writing is incredibly strong, like always. The gameplay of Vivian and Hugo is phenomenal. Both are incredibly fun to play. To reiterate, I think a fan should be willing to praise and criticize. But it's one thing to criticize the quality or amount of content. What about rewards? That's the main thing that people are talking about when it comes to the anniversary of Wuthering Waves. Most people, me included, don't have any problems with the content itself. Story, characters, gameplay, all of it looks great or at worst okay. Based on the live stream, the estimated total amount of summons being given away is roughly 120, aka roughly the same amount given in any other patch. From a rewards perspective, it doesn't feel special, it doesn't feel different, it doesn't feel like an anniversary. There's a free glider skin, which is nice, but that isn't really a worthwhile anniversary gift. Then we have the horrid anniversary banner. Being able to choose a premium character to summon for instead of just giving a selector box is already a slap in the face. But the banner itself is nothing special. It's not guaranteed, so you still have to win 50-50. It doesn't have a lower pity. Nothing about it is special, besides the fact that it's called an anniversary banner. I am disappointed by the anniversary, and I asked for more in my previous video. Does that make me greedy? Does that make me a secret Hoyo shill that wants to sabotage Wuthering? Does that make me a fake fan? Contrary to popular belief, a 5-star selector is not some insane, never before heard of concept for an anniversary. For example, Nikkei in its first anniversary a year and a half ago gave away a free, brand new SSR character called Snow White Innocent Days, the equivalent of a 5-star. Not only that, they gave away 3 extra copies, enough to max duplicate her. To put that in Wuthering Waves terms, that would be like giving away 7 free Siakonas. Siakana? I forgot how you pronounce her name. The base and 6 copies in order to max duplicate her. I am not asking for a free, fully built Siakona. That would be amazing, but just 1 free Siakona is perfectly fine. 1 copy of her weapon would be a great bonus, but if not, that's fine as well. And no, objectively speaking, that would not bankrupt them or make them lose hundreds of millions of dollars like some people pretend is the case. Giving away 120 summons for the anniversary is fine if they also give a free 5-star selector or Siakona, or preferably both. Does that make me greedy? Are my demands unrealistic? Am I in the wrong? Am I a fake fan? In my opinion, just because they gave away a free 5-star in version 1.2 does not make it unrealistic for them to give away another free 5-star in the anniversary. I have played multiple gacha games in the past that have given away multiple high rarity characters throughout a year. If other gacha games are willing to do it, why not Wuthering Waves? They quite literally gave away 3 copies of brand new characters every single update. Then again, am I wrong for comparing Wuthering Waves to a different gacha game? I don't think I am. After all, Wuthering Waves fans do it all the time. They are constantly talking about how Wuthering Waves is the greatest gacha game to ever exist and are constantly comparing it to other games, mainly Genshin Impact, but also other games like Star Rail or Arknights for some reason. I don't know. I've seen that a couple of times. It's kind of weird, but whatever. If you are allowed to praise Wuthering Waves by comparing it to other games, why am I seen as a fake fan or greedy or ungrateful by comparing it to other games? Why is one okay and the other not? Remember now, I think the content itself looks good. My only issue is the rewards. 2 days after the outrage happened, Kuro made a response. However, the response had nothing to do with the rewards. It had to do with the specific Chinese community criticism of the livestream. Long story short, the CN community didn't like how it was structured and had misleading wording. And as a response, Kuro said that they were sorry and would try to improve future livestreams, as well as giving away 10 premium character and weapon summons and 10 standard summons, 30 summons total. I've seen Western players confused by this. After all, Western players didn't complain about the livestream. The truth of the matter is this: Kuro, just like literally every other gacha company, do not care about Western players. They only care about Japanese and Chinese players, sometimes Korean. The sad reality is that all of our praise and criticism fall on deaf ears. These companies pretend like we matter, but actions speak louder than words. If we do matter, if they truly cared about us, where's our apology? Sure, not every Western player complained, but there was a noticeable outcry. So where is it? Not every Chinese player complained about the live stream, but there was a noticeable outcry and they got an apology. So once again, I ask, where is the apology for Western players? Multiple times in the past, I have claimed that these multi-million and multi-billion dollar companies are not our friends. And this is one of the main reasons I think we, as players, whether we are free to play, spend $5 every month, or drop thousands every time a new character releases, have every right to demand better. They don't care about us, so why should we be grateful for all of the nonsense they do? I understand that some people don't care about rewards, they only care about stories, gameplay, characters, everything besides the rewards. But just because you don't care, why am I wrong for caring? Why does me wanting more deem me a beggar, a fake fan? I've seen a very interesting defense from people who want to defend Kuro and the anniversary. Japanese players love the stream and rewards. They think it's amazing. They are grateful. They are real fans. I wish Western players could be like them. It's true, JP players do love the game, but this defense is very disingenuous. You have to take into account the difference in culture. Japan is a place where you are expected to devote your life to a company, work all day, stay overtime, go drinking with your boss, barely see your family, and repeat the process the next day. There are horror stories of people literally working themselves to death. Japan is very pro-company, and it's also a very respectful culture. People do not speak out. Even if they dislike something, they keep it to themselves for the most part. As for gachas, their games are far more predatory than what we experience. There are a lot of JP exclusive games that would make you question your sanity with how bad they are. But JP players are used to it. They expect these games to treat them like trash. So, what I consider a bad anniversary seems like a saintly celebration to them. So, honestly, I don't really think saying JP players like the anniversary is a good defense for why Western players being upset is dumb or a bad thing. Gachas, by their very nature, are anti consumer. They constantly try to psychologically manipulate you into spending money. If a company truly did care about their players, why make a gacha game? Why make a game that forces a player to gamble for things they want? Why not make a normal action game or strategy game or open world game or puzzle game or whatever that you can sell for full price? Or better yet, why not do what Warframe does? That game is truly free to play. You can get characters, skins, materials, everything that game has to offer just by playing. No gambling involved. Truly free to play. That game is able to continue operations simply out of the goodness of its players. Because they get access to everything for free, they are willing to directly purchase things in order to directly support the developers. This healthy symbiotic relationship has allowed Warframe to operate for over a decade, and to this day is considered one of the greatest games ever created. If Warframe can be so free to play friendly and give away all of these things for free, why can't Wuthering Waves just give me one goddamn selector box? And again, why am I greedy for asking for one? Kudo, you claim to care so much about your players. You claim to put players first, profit second. So why are you constantly trying to manipulate me into spending money? Because gachas are constantly trying to drain me of more money, I will continue to demand more free things from them. I will meet their greed with an equal amount of greed from myself, sin for sin, dollar for dollar. From my perspective, I truly do not understand why people try so desperately to defend these corporations. Why do people bend over backwards to exonerate them from their faults? You are allowed to like a game and acknowledge its faults, but to be clear, just how I'm allowed to be upset, you are allowed to be happy. I simply do not understand why people go so far to defend these companies. If you are happy with the anniversary, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't necessarily agree with you, but hey, that's fine. You are your own person with your own thoughts, your own wants, your own desires, and likewise for myself. Personally, I play gachas because I like the fact that they are games that continuously receive new content, stories, characters, game modes, etc. The gambling aspect is an annoying feature I have to interact with, and by nature, I am a critical person. I always criticize the media that I consume. It's just who I am. I also hate companies. All of that added together is why I am more than willing to demand better from the games I play. And when I say that, I mean every single aspect of a game: gameplay, story, characters, design, rewards, everything. While yes, I do think Wuthering has improved in many aspects, from my perspective, it still has many flaws. The anniversary rewards is one of them. I understand that some people may not care about rewards in the same way that I do, but why does not agreeing with you make me a fake fan? I would never say that about someone I disagree with, because I understand we all have different thoughts, wants, and perspectives. This whole situation just reinforced what I don't like about the gacha community, this bizarre us versus them mentality. Wuthering Waves fans just attack each other for no reason. Believe it or not everyone that disagrees with you is a secret Genshin fan trying to destroy Wuthering Waves. Okay, I think this video is long enough. At this rate, I'm just going to start repeating myself. Feel free to share your own thoughts in the comments below. While you're at it, please leave a like and subscribe. If you really enjoyed the video, consider becoming a channel member for just $5 a month. Thank you for watching, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.